everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, go right down here, go in your settings, find your subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you know when I upload and when I just pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis. We all know what it is. It's that unrelenting beast of an algorithm. I really would appreciate it. Right there is my join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you become a channel member and a part of the reading club and decide to support my little channel, you'll help it to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I'll be so grateful for it. All right, with all that said, let's get to the read. When I was putting the read together today, of course, you know I'm in these internet streets, and I have been in it most of the day, trying to get a feel of what was going on. Now, I went in a whole lot of places. I read quite a few articles. And then on top of that, what I did was I was over on Instagram for a while, and then I was at on X. And I'm going to tell you what's going on over on X, formerly known as Twitter, is so funny. It is a lot of dragging going on for that video. And they are redoing the video. They are taking Kay's voice off the video and putting other ads on it, like ads for Cialis, that ED medication, for what is the other one? For Summer's Eve. They doing Summer's Eve. They did one for chocolate. And I'm gonna tell you, it is hilarious. I was rolling, especially about that one about Cialis, because her and William rolling around with an ad about Cialis, it is so funny. So if you get the opportunity, go over to X and see if you can find it. It is so funny. Oh my goodness. I would put it up on my channel, but we know how copyright infringement, how YouTube be clowning on people about that. And I do not want to touch that hot stove. I know some content creators who have touched that hot stove and got burned. So I am going to try not to have any kind of video on my channel. I just try to describe it as best I can, and I hope you can get a feel of what I'm trying to say. Also, my voice is acting funny today, so y'all gonna have to forgive me for that, but we're gonna press on as we always do. And I also want to say this podcast is going to be kind of all over the place because it is a lot going on and I want to chit chat about a lot of things. So it's going to be quite a few things. So it's not going to be quite like it usually is. It's going to be a lot of stuff because there's a lot of stuff out there. And I want to kiki about some of it and I want to um, just discuss a lot of things. All right, first up, I want to discuss is sorry about my voice. My voice is acting crazy today. I don't know what's going on with it, but like I said, be patient with me as we are going to do this. First up is People Magazine. People Magazine got the big story, meaning the big story that they wanted over across the pond. We know how they have been building up and building up for Harry's 40th birthday. I think Roy and Nika started writing about it 2 months ago, 2 months out before Harry turned 40. And then it's just page after page, different front pages about Harry and how he's coming back and when he's coming back and if he's going to come back and what he needs to do to come back. All of that was going on. They even got Jan Moore to fly 5,000 miles. That flying monkey didn't even use her own wings, got on a plane and flew all the way to Montecito, California to harass Harry and Meghan's neighbors, to harass the milkman, the mailman, anybody walking down the street, anybody trying to get a story. And then come up with a story about What does Harry do all day? That is the biggest question in the cosmos. Just like Harry doesn't do anything but ride a bike and walk his dog. And he got a whole page of accolades of what he does every day. But once you try to pay him into this narrow the well, and which was so ridiculous. But I said all that to say this. It ended up that none of them got nothing. Harry and Meghan continued with what they have been doing for the past, what, almost 5 years. And that's serving them over there dust. And that's exactly what they served up to them today because they gave the interview to People. And this is what it said about Harry's 40th birthday. It says, Prince Harry reveals the best gift he's ever received ahead of his 40th birthday. Exclusive. I wait. I think I hear the crying, the wailing, the whining. What do they be saying over there? The whinging. I hear it all the way over here. Anyway, let's go on. It says, as Prince Harry approaches his milestone 40th birthday on February the 15th, he's setting his sights on the future. After years of self reflection, chronicled in his best selling memoir, Spare, the Duke of Sussex is focused on enjoying life with his wife, Meghan Markle, and their children, Prince Archie, 5, and Princess Lilibet, 3. Letting it be known that he is not divorcing his wife. I can't tell you how many times I've heard over there on the dark side on GB News and all them and Talk TV how they are divorced and how Harry even talking about was it Meghan flirting with the vice president's husband over in Colombia. All that stupid nonsense. And Harry was flirting with the interpreter. These people grasp at unnecessary straws, not just straws, just unnecessary straws, anything. And Harry has let it be known that he is going to be with his wife and babies. Let's go on. It says his work continues with Archwell Foundation, the nonprofit he co-founded with Meghan, and a series of entertainment projects through their Netflix deal, including the upcoming documentary airing in December that centers on his greatest passion, polo. And it says, but above all, Prince Harry's priorities remain in fatherhood. In reflecting on his birthday, Prince Harry, People, via his spokesperson, said the best gift that he's ever been given is without a doubt my kids. I enjoy watching them grow every single day and love being their dad. Harry is not leaving his wife and kids. They want him to leave his wife and kids so bad, but Harry is saying everything that needs to be said subtly in this article on People. Let's say, let's go on. Um, wait a minute. Uh, it says Harry plans to celebrate his big day with Meghan, their children, followed by a gathering of close friends internationally. I found that very intriguing. Internationally, I wonder if we're going to get to find out what that's about. I hope so. It says, though the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are raising Archie and Lilibet out of the spotlight, they have given a glimpse of their children, and then they kind of cover that. And Harry said he's pretty much raising them out of the spotlight for their own safety. And we all know why. It is people in jail right now calling them an abomination and threatening them. And their grandpa over there across the pond could care less because he don't want them to have any security. He wants to see them, but yet and still he don't want to give them no security when they come over there. How you say you want to see them and you love them? Harry loved them. All right, and then it says, and pretty much he talked about how reluctant he is to show their face because of that. And also, too, when he used to post Archie and Lily's face for their birthdays and stuff like that, all of those flying monkeys, minions, potato heads, uh, all of them, the hags, all of them, used to jump on it and say the most vile things about them, like they're not his and Meghan's children, and on and on and on. And I don't blame Harry and them. Even though as a squatty, I miss seeing them and I would love to see them grow up. I understand. All right. And this is a topper of the day. We have gotten, like I said, it started with Roy Nicker about Harry and his 40th birthday, and she spoke to everybody who happened to speak to Harry at one time. She talked about she interviewed all his friends and everything. And then all this speculation, a Daily Mail ran that old dumb article talking about he wanted to come in from the cold, and then it was just on and on like hot butter on popcorn. Everybody was speculating if he's gonna come, when he's gonna come, how he's gonna come, what William would have to do, what he would have to do, all of that nonsense. And we all said from the beginning that Harry would have to be a complete fool to go back over there. Number one, his safety. Number two, who in the world want to live their life with Charles and William's foot on their neck in a shack with holes in your shoes? Nobody. You're going to leave a mansion, a beautiful wife, your two kids, a wonderful body of work that you have built to go over there to cut ribbons and be under the foot of your brother and your father, hoping that they'll throw you a few pounds so you can go and buy some new shoes. Is that what you think Harry's going to do? Harry says right here that is not what he's going to do. And anybody who had two brain cells and the ability to walk and talk at the same time knew that that wasn't what he was going to do. But he says this: despite recent speculation, a return to royal duties is not on the horizon for Harry as he steps into his 40s. With ongoing tension between him, his father, King Charles, and his brother, Prince William, Harry is happy with his life in Montecito, California, where he is raising his young family with Meghan, 43, and continues their shared work. End of story. They put a period at the end. Can we move on, please? Love it. All right. That was one of the things I wanted to talk to y'all about. And then I wanted to talk to y'all about the continued fallout about the mini movie. And like I said, it has been a fallout and a lot of funny stuff going on Twitter. Well, it's a lot of people that you wouldn't think would have something to say, something negative to say, or something to say that wasn't in line, was not in lockstep with Kensington Palace. It is a few of them that are showing themselves. And I must say, I was shocked by it all. Well, the first one up is, what's her name here? The first one up is Liz Jones. She wrote an article in the Daily Fail, and this is what her article says. Well, the headline, it says, "Case video was so moving, but to me something feels off. and I fear others will see through it. I think that's a veiled way of saying that we know that this woman does not have cancer. And your video is going to make people say, hmm, and see through that nonsense. That's what I think she's saying. It says, it started so movingly, so powerfully. A simple, stark message from Catherine. As summer comes, you know what she said. And then I'm sorry with my throat, y'all, but we gonna press on. It says a few simple words we have all waited anxiously to hear. Phew, I was in tears. So she's saying when she saw the video, she was in tears. And but then suddenly and inexplicably, what began as a heartfelt message, a tonic, a relief after all these months, descended into a Borden's ad. Meaning, I guess Borden's here is milk, so maybe it spiraled into a milk ad. And basically, she went on to say that it was highly choreographed, and she said that even the sycophants on ITV News at 10 said it was highly choreographed. And she talked about how it was trees and ferns and the sunlight and the frolicking of the children. She just found it very, very undignified and very, very easy to see through. And I agree. I agree. And I am shocked that in the Daily Fail that they actually put something like this because we all know that it is lockstep over there. But it could be that what William said yesterday, you remember what I did my podcast on with Tom Sykes, where he said F the haters, F the press, and F Harry and Meghan. Maybe the press kind of felt some way about it. Although we didn't feel no way about it, but maybe the press did. I bet Harry and Meghan didn't feel no way about it. Because Harry clearly said he going on with his life. He is done with the nonsense from over there on the over across the pond. He is done with that nonsense. And that includes his father and his brother. He's going on with his wife and his babies. And I love that for him. All right. And so I was shocked. And then there was another one. And this one is by Melanie Madonna. And you know, I think Melanie hates everybody because she was dragging Harry. I think it was Sunday I did my podcast on her where she was dragging him saying that he had to leave Megan. And I'm gonna put it up here. You remember that? Yeah. And so now she is dragging Kate and William. And she said, well, she dragging Kate. She said, I'm delighted for the Princess of Wales is getting better, but that dreadful video is like a shampoo advert. Everybody saw exactly what that was. And it was embarrassing and pathetic, and it was copy and paste of real reality and home videos of a couple, and they made it into a movie. That's the way it is. It seemed like it. You know how real life something happens in real life, and then they make it into a movie. That is what happened. Harry and Meghan was real life, and Kate and William made it into a mini movie, as Big Back Becca said, and everybody saw through it. It said it's very good news that Kate is recovering, but did we really need this emotional expeditionary exhibitionism? I I cannot pronounce that word. Did y'all notice that exhibitionism? I guess that's what they're trying to say. But yeah, so I was like, ah. And she was saying, of course, it's marvelous news that the Princess of Wales has come to an end of her chemotherapy treatment and is well on her way to recovery, which is of us did not feel for her in the last somber announcement that she made she had cancer. It is also the best of news that she is willing to return to public duties. She was missed. But forgive me with it, but forgive me, was it necessary to share this news with the nation in this utterly grisly video? Yesterday I said that that video was a flop. Today it is proving me right. All right, let's go on. Enough of her. Enough of her because she is a bitter, bitter old, you know. I won't, yeah, I won't say the word. I won't say the word. Okay. All right. Next is Miss Big Back Becky English. She tries to salvage everything. And she says, what the cynics get so wrong about Kate's mini movie by Rebecca English. And I'm not even going to go into it, but anyway, she wants to try to convince us that 2 plus 2 is 5. We saw it all wrong. It is, it's wonderful. And we all know that this is stupid. Also, I wanted to talk about Harry and Meghan at the Godmother's bookstore. And we keep getting great pictures and kind of details coming out of it. And this great detail came out today. We found out that Harry helped to name it. It says Prince Harry dubbed Oprah one of his fairy godmothers as he and Meghan partied it up with A-listers, including Ellen DeGeneres and Jane Lynch, ahead of the bookstore opening that their dear California pal and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex the Duke of Sussex even inspired its name. Harry was they were talking and Harry named these all the people he felt that was his godmothers, including Oprah, since he moved to Montecito. And they said, wow, that is such a great name. And they named the bookstore Godmothers. I love it. I love it. Also, I told you it was going to be all over the place. So I told you this podcast is going to be all over the place. And here I go. And we're back to the video. And one of the things that has come out today too is the dress that Kate wore in the video is made by one of Megan's favorite designers. And if we think back to Spare how Harry spilled the beans about how Kate was having a problem with Megan because she thought Megan would steal her fashion designers and her fashion connections. And we all know who ended up stealing. We did. And it says Princess Kate wears Meghan Markle's favorite designer in gown, making subtle show of unity. We all know that just is not true. It is about Kate being the thief that she is, about how she is the copycat that she is. I don't know if you remember when I was a child, we had this toy called Silly Putty. And you could take Silly Putty and roll it out and put it on a newspaper or anything. We used to do it on comic strips. And you press it on there, and when you turn it over, it had made a copy of whatever you press it on. Kate is Silly Putty. Kate has never been Kate ever. When she came into that family, she started being Silly Putty of Diana, wearing olive clothes like Diana. her dead mother-in-law. And then after that, she transitioned into copying the queen. It was all about her being like the queen. And then when Meghan came along, she started to copy Meghan. And she has been doing it ever since. But yet and still, she felt that Meghan was going to somehow take her fashion connections, and if she had any, that Meghan would want. And so I found this on X, and I found it so laughable. It says, Princess Kate has just released a new video where she is seen beside William and their three children and look effortlessly elegant in a flowy white paisley dress. And it is a dress by one of Megan's favorite designers. Silly Putty strikes again. And they got under their copycat, no identity. She's been every woman but herself. Where is the lie in that one? Wants to be Meghan Markle. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? And also, I found this one really, really interesting too. And this one is by Kate Manzi. And if you know who Kate Manzi is, she is one of those old flying monkeys over there. She works for the Telegraph. Her and this other flying monkey has a podcast. I can't think of the name. I think it's Raw Nika, to be honest. And she wrote this, she posted this on X and trying to compare Kate to Queen Elizabeth. Like I said, they take Queen Elizabeth out of her box, the dead queen out of her box, and prop this woman up every chance that they get. And this is Kate Manzi doing it. She says, Time's leading article today, hand in hand. The Princess of Wales reflect on her illness with grace and humility. Her sense of duty is noble and reminiscent of her husband's late grandma. And well, it ain't said grandma, it said grandmother. I said grandma. I don't know why, but I did. But anyway, the reason I said that is they ate her up in the comments. They always try to prop Kate up with the queen, but they ate her up in the comments. How can you associate Kate with Elizabeth II? That's like, well, it's not as bad as comparing Elizabeth II to Camilla. It is a tick or two better because Kate is a tick or two better than Camilla. Just saying. It says, the first one says, stop this nonsense. Sound like me. Stop this nonsense with the late grandmother, this one. Do not insult the late queen like that. She was a very hardworking person. Kay had to fake an illness for 9 months, December to September, because she couldn't handle her marital mess. Now they are here showing us fake center, I don't know, center something adverts. I mean, ate them up. And let's see what this one says. It says, um, wait a minute. It says, and this one says, I'm just going to do a few. It says, give it a rest. She's not the first and only person to have cancer. And the second, and then, I mean, it was just one right after another. It says there's absolutely no comparison. The queen worked right up until a couple of days before her death. I wouldn't wish cancer on anyone, so wish Kate well in her recovery. But the video was cringe, a cross between a shampoo commercial and Mills and Boone. I'm not aware of Mills and Boone. I guess that is a something over at the UK, but she ate. Then she ate. It said Elizabeth wasn't lazy or outed as a racist. They ate, and it was just one right after another one. I could respect the woman if she used her platform to meet with the Minister of Health or to lobby for improved services of all cancer sufferers. And that's just a few. They ate her up. Kate Manzi really thought that she could get on Beyonce's internet and talk this nonsense about a lazy, mute woman who has never done anything to help anybody except herself and is willing to do whatever to prop herself up, her and that husband of hers, including digging the queen up so she can prop her up. So they need to stop. They need to stop. All right, y'all. All I can say is I know it's been a chaotic podcast, but it's just a lot out there. A lot of people talking about a lot of stuff, and it's so good. Y'all, do y'all know Harry's gonna be in New York soon? I can't wait. See y'all later. Bye.